Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. As you know, across the board, I interview anybody, most people, but we do a lot of music industry because we're in Vegas, so we do a lot of the entertainment, the music industry, the entertainers all over, which have not been entertaining lately. But I also sometimes go into a little bit of politics. I'm not on anybody's side or anything, but I always like to give them, a stand and a platform so that they can speak about what they're doing. And I have Carrie Cox with me, and amazing woman, and Cox. I said
That's
Fox.
Okay.
I said
That's okay.
Fox is Cox. Okay, Carrie Cox. You are running. I don't even know what you're running for, but she's running out there as fast as she possibly can and gathering all these people to like you. Well, with a face like this, how could you not vote for you? I mean, look at it.
You're sweet. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Absolutely. So what are you running for? Your district or something?
Yes, well, I'm running for Henderson City Council.
Henderson City Council.
Yes, and everyone in Henderson can vote for this race, but it is Ward 3.
Okay, now what does it mean by Ward 3? It means you have 1, 2, 3, right? Different wards.
4.
You have 4 wards. 4 wards would mean 4 different districts?
Pretty much.
Okay.
What we run at large.
Okay.
So what that means is all of a Henderson can vote. So it makes the job a little harder because Henderson's pretty large, and
Yes.
so I have to get out there and meet everybody and let them know what I stand
And
for.
does that mean you have to cover the whole of Henderson?
Yes.
Although you're only in the number 3 district?
Yeah.
Or is it a district?
It's a ward.
It's a ward. Mm-hmm. Ooh, sounds like a hospital. We're all in hospitals.
Well,
we've all been warded. We've all got a trophy.
well, there are some issues, and so yes.
Yeah, let's find out, what are these issues?
Well, first of all, I stand primarily and foremost for public safety. I stand and I back police and fire.
I was going to say, what is this? Go to the police department.
Yes.
Because this police department in the entire USA is in an upheaval at the moment, and aren't these somebody we should protect? They get up in the morning, they get dressed, they go out to their car, and they don't know what they're going to come across, and we're not backing them? That doesn't sound too good.
It isn't, and although Henderson does a pretty good job at backing their officers, we are still seeing the reforms affect our officers and just their morale. This has been a big challenge for them.
Do you think they go out now and they have to protect themselves? They don't have another team back there protecting them. We have them protecting us. Mm-hmm. So they don't. So do they go out there feeling they're not protected like they used to be?
Yes.
As of backup. So how were they protected before, and how are they protected now?
Well, I think they just saw a lot more support overall.
Yeah.
And when we had what happened to our country and to police officers, it took a toll. And I think just knowing in your head, what some people think now.
Am I going to come back alive?
And you start wondering, it's always been a dangerous job.
Of course,
but
a policeman.
But I think it's much worse now. And what I love about our officers is their heart. I mean, they're still serving, they're still out there trying, and they're working hard. But what we're seeing in Henderson is just a lack of officers. Like we have a retention issue where they are leaving. We have a recruitment issue.
Well, not joining.
Yeah, we're not recruiting heavily enough or properly. In fact, there's very little recruitment going on, which I have a plan for. And then we have retirement. So a third of our officers, they're retiring early, but
even if they get less pay.
Yes, and we need to look at that structure, that pay structure, and see what we can do for them. After like their 12th year, they kind of top out, and so I want to get in there and get a better plan to be able to retain the officers that we have, recruit new quality officers, and to be able to help those that retire to come back and mentor.
What is the time roughly of an officer being in there? 20 years, 25 years? What it used to be, not what it is now?
It used to be 20, it's now 30. They now want officers to work a 30-year career, which to me, I thought 20 years was a long time for an officer to do
At
that
least 20
type
or
of work.
25 years, but not 30 years is an awful. It's like when a kid goes in at 20, 21, or however. How old do you have to be an officer in the police force?
21.
21, yeah, I figured 21. So from 21,
But they prefer, I mean, I'm sure they prefer a little older, but I don't know. At this point, I know they're just looking for quality individuals.
yes, they want to learn and want to be in it. Like this young man, who's 21 years old, just got shot in New York.
Oh,
And his
yes.
other friend. I think there was 2 shot yesterday. There was 2 shot the day before. I've never heard this before, and I think it's absolutely going completely out of bounds. And it's absolutely it's mind-boggling for me because I have nothing to do with this police department and not knowing it. So that's one of the main things you want. And what else are you gearing up on as well? Because I know what city council is. I've been into many city council meetings in Los Angeles and all over because my husband and I were in real estate, and we were quite big in real estate. So we used to have to go to the city council meetings to get this through or that through, or you know. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that. I remember we were down in Paris, near Riverside, and we had this 4-acre lot, and we were trying to get it out into a gambling casino. And we had everything done, and one person voted against it.
Oh my goodness.
One person.
So you
we
lost?
couldn't do it. Yeah, of course we lost.
Well, on our city council, you need 3 votes, and so 3 out of the 5.
Yeah. We had 4 out of the 5.
And it didn't happen for you.
It didn't happen. And we
That's
did everything.
awful.
We worked and we did this and we did the plans. We did everything, and it was like, okay.
That's
And it was
awful.
going to be a beautiful casino. You know.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that.
So, but that was just not your fault. But that's what the city council do. They vote
Sure.
on different things.
They do. We deal with zoning, we deal
Yes.
with, and so, come open a casino in Henderson. Let's get you
No,
going over there.
The problem is, I can open a casino fine. The only problem is I haven't got the deposit.
No, I understand. But to answer your question, the other things that are really important to me, and I
Yes.
know that I share a lot of the same priorities as many of the residents in Henderson, is education. I'm an educator, I'm a kindergarten teacher, and I am a businesswoman. So I love teaching and I love kids. Most importantly, we have to look at our education, and we've looked and talked about education for years, but we need to come up with real solutions that are going to help us.
Absolutely.
And what
What is it, 30 trillion we're in debt?
and
And that's going to affect, the 30 trillion in debt is not going to affect me. It's not going to affect you. It's going to affect our children.
it is, and they're going to have to pay that back.
They've got to pay,
and
the
so,
kids are going to pay that back.
Right, and so we need an educated workforce. That is what we need to be going towards. And so in order to do that, we need to be able to give parents the option of where their child goes to school. So I am for school choice. Far more,
Rather than go to your city or your community school, to go to a school you can choose.
You can choose.
Which you think if you went to this school, you'd get a better education than going to this school.
Well, you
Not a
hope.
better education, but that's the wrong words, but
Right.
an education, period.
Yes. You hope that they get a good education across
Anywhere,
the board,
yes.
but we know the reality of that. And so it isn't so that someone can pick the top elite school. What it is so that they can find a school that fits their child's needs.
And so isn't this more for the
yes,
child's
it's about
needs?
the child.
Where the child
Yep.
is going to fit in and be comfortable and learn.
Yes.
Whatever
And-
capacity that may be.
Exactly.
Who knows? None of us know.
Exactly. And schools have different models, right? And children have different learning styles, and they have different needs. Maybe their school isn't close to their home and they would prefer to go to the charter school down the street.
Yeah.
Maybe the school that they're closest to is not what they're zoned for. And so I would really like to see that go through. And there is a coalition, the Nevada Coalition, that is really pushing for this, and I completely support that, especially as an educator. I've been in education a long time, and so and my children, my goodness, I've had 5.
How many children?
I have 7.
How old's the youngest?
The youngest is 12, and we adopted her from China when she was 1.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
You have other children adopted or just that one?
Just her.
Just her. So you have actually 6 children?
Yes.
Or you have 7 children.
Yes. Yes.
That's a bit of a hand. Well, that was a handful because now they're a little older. And
Yes.
are they helping you and are they campaigning for you? And
Yes, yes.
They're learning
Of
at a young
course,
age.
Of course. Well, I have 5 that are married, and I have 10 grandchildren, and 1 on the way.
There's a miracle woman next to me, I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Because our
Yes.
house